All right, welcome back. I'm Stephen Libman. And as I said in my first video, I said we're going to be challenging the illusions surrounding money. And I'm going to challenge you to look at your relationship with money so that you can have more of it. And where do we start when we start talking about money? Well, you think that perhaps I'm going to talk about investments. I'm not. I'm going to talk about looking forward. So let's take a couple of minutes and just think about what is it that we need to do to plan for whatever future it is that we want. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not going to go through all the details of what are the things that you might like to have or live, but start thinking about three types of goals, financial goals. And the first one is, how much money do I need on a monthly basis just to cover what it costs me to live today? What's that number? Because that should be your first goal in investing and putting money out there to make money, is so that you can become self-sufficient. You don't have to rely on a boss or a job or somebody else. So that's kind of goal one, is to be in that mode where I can cover what it's costing me right now. And the second one is, what would I like my future to look like? What would I like things down the road? What kind of money would it take passively for me to live a life that would make me much more comfortable, much more kind of enjoy every single day, whatever that might be to you? Perhaps more traveling, maybe more free time, maybe more hobbies, whatever it is, doesn't make a difference. But what would that cost you in monthly cost? And so that becomes our second goal. Simple as that. And our third goal simply becomes, what would be, I mean, not winning $50 million in a lottery, but what would that stretch goal be? What would that awesome lifestyle be for you? And what would that cost you? And the reason I have you do this, and if this is a critical exercise, do it or don't, it doesn't make a difference to me, but it will make a huge difference to you. Because if you know exactly how much you need on a monthly basis, you can now go out, look at the resources you have, which is what we're going to do in the next video. Look at the resources you presently have and see what is the gap between what your resources are now and what they are to meet goal number one, then goal number two, then goal number three. And then we look at what is it that we can do to close that gap. How do we close it as quickly as possible with risk, but not crazy risk, obviously with reasonable risk? How do we maximize all of that? So we're going to be talking about that in the next video, which is simply, how do we go from where we are to where we want to be in goal number one? So again, just to recap, number one, it's all about planning. So what do things look like right now, and what is the cost of covering those? Number two is, what would make me more comfortable that I would enjoy, and what's the cost of covering that on a monthly basis? And number three, what would be that kind of pie in the sky stuff that I would love to live the life, a certain life, and what would be the cost of that? And then I'm going to show you how we can step by step get there. I hope you realize there is no get rich quick. This is get richer quicker with a path and a plan. And that's what this has been all about. So I hope you enjoy this session. Look forward to the next one. I will see you then.